Hello and welcome to Suffolk One's Core Maths presentation. What we hope to give you is an outline of what their Core Maths course is, what it's for and how it will run. Hopefully it will answer questions that you might have. So, what is Core Maths? Well, let's start with what it's not. Core Maths is not just more GCSE, right? Taught at you like in high school, okay? But 80% of the course is based on the mathematics that you are taught at GCSE. Okay, so yes, about 80%. So there's not a great deal of new maths, although we'll come to that in a moment. It is not AS maths. Okay, if you are an engineer and you are thinking, and someone said, oh yeah, I think core maths is for you. Well, it could be, but the maths content is not particularly suited to engineering. So that would be a definite, maybe not core maths, let's choose AS maths instead. Okay, so engineers, please take note of that. It's not A-level maths, okay? But we do cover certain topics, all right? So we will progress certain areas of your mathematical ability and we will feed into, or we will dip into some A-level maths, but it's not an A-level maths qualification. It is an AS. Of course, what we have is we can have a range of students, and it doesn't matter whether you're a grade 4 or a grade 9, okay? What really matters is what you do when you are with us, okay? And it will develop your thinking and it will develop your thoughts, but it's what you do with the maths at your level. The biggest thing that core maths does is change the way that you think. I've been a high school teacher, so I know I used to teach in 2 local high schools, and so I know what the type of diet that GCSE gives you. This is not what it is, okay? This is not what core maths is. Core maths will change the way you feel about maths, will you approach maths. A lot of our thought processes are forced on us. In the GCSE situation, we were taught a topic and just repeated that topic. What this gives us is it's a open-ended sort of questioning scenario, and what we do is we expect you to bring the knowledge that you know, okay, and then adapt it and then take the problem on. A lot of our work is based on Fermi estimations, okay, and that's a new concept to you probably. And what that is that we look at problems that don't actually have an answer to, a definite answer. So it's not like when you can solve a quadratic equation, this will be problems that don't really have an end exact answer, okay? And so we're looking to just change the way you approach maths completely. So the course is an AS qualification and it's a 2-year course. At Suffolk One, we run it through a 2-year course. Some other establishments do it for a year, but we've had a lot of success doing it as a 2-year course. It is 1 lesson per week, and so attendance is essential. You know, we don't do anything out of class as such. You can if you want to, but we don't force that on you. So the attendance to lessons is essential. The selling point of it has no homework, so it doesn't add to your workload. Okay, now I will put a proviso in there, but when we come up towards the examination, obviously, that is going to be a time when you do need to do some sort of revision at home, but the majority of the course, we will not be giving you any homework to take away with you. So that's, again, why the attendance to lessons is so important, because all the work can be done in lesson time. It's really good for many subjects, okay, and we're just going to highlight there, so geography, sociology, psychology, biology, etc., okay, and what we've got is that it builds into the maths and improves your maths so that certain aspects of those courses you will be able just to improve your knowledge and then take it into those subjects. At One, we study the AQA Level 3 Certificates in Mathematics Studies, and everybody does paper 1. Whether you're studying whichever part of AQA you do, but what we've said is we would like to specialise in paper 2A, which is statistics. Okay, and we'll explain a little bit more of that. We've found that it improves, you know, the mathematical ability of students into different areas. So yes, your core maths qualification is an important one, but if it can improve your grade in other areas, the mathematical content of other areas of subjects, then we are more than happy with that. So paper one, that's the general paper, and it's split basically into three sections. Okay, the first one being analysis of data, and within that, and you can read what's on the screen. What we ask you to do is to again think differently and approach your data and improve on the way that you do collect, you analyze, and you look at data. You've got a certain level at GCSE, but this takes it on a bit further, and we give it in a real life context, hopefully. So not just maths for maths' sake, we're giving it to you, and the data that you are going to collect and you're going to analyze will be about real life situations. Personal finance is also an aspect of the course. Currently, I've got my year 12s looking at how they can purchase a car, a brand new car, and what we're looking at is how they finance it, and all the things that go in with that. So, you know, that's just one aspect. Obviously, there will be in your life debt at some point, and we need to look at how you borrow money, and the percentage calculations that are involved in that. So again, it's something which we can just improve the very nature of your future life as well, in terms of anything to do with finance. Now, this is the big aspect for me of what core maths is about, because the estimations, I said about the firm, the estimations a little bit earlier, what we equip you with, or we hopefully equip you with, is the ability to approach some bizarre questions. And you can see on the screen there that one of the questions is, how many fish are there in the Earth's oceans? Now, we don't know that. We don't know that for definite. Obviously, there's not a finite answer, but the processes that you would start the task and you would investigate the task and expand the task are the important things, okay? The end product is not the most crucial answer. It's how you've got to that point, okay? And what we're looking at is just developing those thought processes that will equip you for problem solving, certainly during your course, but obviously for later life as well. Okay, and then there's paper 2A. Now, paper 2A, the statistical paper, and that will be where the new knowledge will come into play, right? So we will be teaching you things about statistical analysis. And what we've got is, yes, you have a certain level, you have a certain, you know, you've covered certain parts of statistics in your GCSE, but we need to take it on. And again, we will take it further, and we will introduce you to the new topics, the norm distribution being something which you might have heard about, but we developed that together with confidence intervals. And again, from the screen, you can see there's various questions. So why is a baker's dozen greater than 12? You know, we don't give you the history of it, but it's the why, and why is that used in life, okay? So what we're looking at, again, is basically building on what you might know from GCSE, but pushing it forward and taking you into a new area of analysis. Correlation and regression, well, you've certainly heard of correlation in your GCSE studies. Regression will be something which will be new, but again, it's building on what you've done at GCSE, but just taking that a little bit further. Now, this is not a sales pitch, so I'm not saying you've got to go onto this this website and buy it from them, but part of our course does develop your statistical analysis to be at a higher level. Therefore, we're looking to make it easy for you, and this is the calculator that we recommend that you buy. And obviously, if you are thinking about buying a new one, then there's the picture. That's the model we'd like you to have, because we've got some in the college, but it'd be much easier if you have your own, obviously. Your old calculators are probably okay, but they are not as easy as this one in terms of what we need to do. So if you are thinking of core maths, and if you are thinking of purchasing a new calculator anytime soon, then buy one of these. These can be used at GCSE, so by all means, you know, if you are thinking about a Christmas present, then maybe this could be under the tree for somebody if they're lucky enough. Okay, so again, just think about that for the future. Obviously, the start of the year, who knows what's coming, and who knows how it's going to be, how it's all going to pan out. But whatever delivery or whatever the situation is, we have got core maths to do over 2 years. Okay, so the pressure is not on you or your son or daughter, your students, as an exam that you've got to be on top of it straight away. It's something, it's a gradual simmering process. Okay, but like I said, it's about you coming to lessons every week and then just doing your best within those lessons. So the crucial thing is, do not panic. All right, it's a relaxed lesson. It's something, like I said, that will make you think in a different way. Hopefully, will challenge you. But it's something that we can do, and it's a slow burner. Okay, so we can develop that over 2 years. So hopefully that's given you a brief flavour of what things are all about with core maths. Okay, but before you go, I just want to give you a taster of a typical question, which, you know, might face your son or daughter if they are thinking about doing core maths. So the typical question might be, how many of these sports balls will fill this classroom? Okay, and then we just leave it there. And then it's about the student developing their own thought processes to how they'll go about it and building on their previous knowledge from their GCSE years. Okay, so that's it. But thank you for listening, and hopefully I'll speak to you at some point soon.